Alright, so I didn't really have much of a weird skit, quote unquote, for this one, so I thought I'd show you guys something cool, since you know how I love showing you guys show and tell. Showing you guys show and tell, it's very weird. Anyway, you may think this is filled with a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but nah, it's filled with a bunch of, let me pull one out. Pokemon cards. These are all my and some extra, RS to PK Pokemon cards. So, this bin probably worth at least 50 bucks. I don't know now. But I just want to show you guys that I have quite a chunk of older Pokemon cards since, I'm 22, so when I was a kid and I was, very into Pokemon, I definitely had the Pokemon cards. I'm looking for my Psychics. Or maybe I'm looking for something else. Let me see. It's even got some weird ones in here too. Like I've got some of my Diamond and Pearl ones in here, just because I can't fit them anywhere. See, I'm looking for something specific. There we go. Let's see. Shove this one out. I've got a Gardevoir Delta species weird steel and psychic thing. So that is probably one of my favorite cards out here, but probably not the most expensive one. So I really like this card, but I bought it like kind of messed up. There's a little bit of folding around it, but it's not bad. So very nice card. Very nice card. Anyway, I just thought I'd do something dumb. Let me figure out where I can replace this. Because I would love to have one gigantic box. Like, those big white boxes where people just put cards in? I need one of those. Anyway, you're not here for that. You're here for this, so. Hey guys, welcome back to the backlog. We're back here again with my favorite brand of scissors and my favorite brand of cards, even though the opening of this video talked about a completely different brand of cards that lives in here. Probably not in the best way, but I will tell you, I was keeping a lot of those cards not sleeved for the past couple of years, so I'm even more of a troglodyte than you even think I am, so yeah, I'm not good at keeping cards safe, but now most of my Pokemon cards are all just in sleeves, so they're kept a lot safer, and they're in pretty high quality sleeves. I literally bought like 1,000 sleeves on Amazon just so I can put a lot of them in there. The funny thing is that it's not enough. I still have a lot that need to be sleeved. I don't even have places to put them, so that's one thing. I need to find a place to put them. Anyway, today we're not talking about that. Today we're opening some more Digimon cards, and this time we're here with BT6 Double Diamond. So it's a weird name, I would say, because I don't really know what the diamond thing is talking about. Maybe it's talking about like Eosmon in a way, because this pack, as it shows Gurumon and Agumon bond, or bond of courage and bond of friendship. It's meant to be based around the final Digimon Adventure 1 movie, Digimon Last Evolution Kizuna. So I have seen that and I have finished Try, so I know about pretty much all the cards in here now and their lore, but if I talk about something that, well, would be a spoilers, stop watching and go play the games. There are no games about that. There is a game about the original adventure for the PSP, which is pretty awesome, but go ahead and watch those on your own, I would say. Anyway, we're here to open some good old Digimon cards. I've got my crane arm on the side that I'm just not messing with all that much because I need to pull it out. But first, I want to show you guys the struggle of trying to get plastic off without ruining the box. Come on. There we go. See, the Frozen Breeze branded skizzers always help. Bros and Breeze. Bows and Bees. Bros and Breeze. I'm not sure what the fuck that is, but, that's a meme. A very old meme. Not even a really good meme, anyway. Just putting bee in front of everything. Like, remember that emoji that just is a bee? And people thought that was hilarious for some reason, and I never got it. See, I like old memes. Like Bros and Breeze branded bizzers. Anyway, let's open this box up. Sorry if it's kind of blurry far away. I haven't fixed up the, what's it called? Just the focus. Ooh. It comes with some nice cards. It comes with an alternative art, full art thing. So I got Pagumon. There's no other card in here, so it's just Pagumon. And then we got the first anniversary card game. Yep. 1 year anniversary promo pack. So that looks pretty cool. What kind of cards can we get in here? We can get Upamon, Phoenixmon, Devimon, Millenniummon. You could get Chaosmon, Valderarm. Not. Or you could get Aldamon, Anduamon. There are some cool cards in there. I don't know. See, I thought that was Omnimon for a second, but no, that's Chaosmon. Anyway, well, we got those two cool ones, and then we got the packs themselves. So this one is kind of a lot more expensive than the other ones. Double Diamond, like, full booster packs kind of come out to, like, almost 100 if you go to TCG Player. You can find them for a lot more in other places, but really, I buy most of these from TCG Player just because they're the cheapest site to go for these. So if you want a bunch of Double Diamond, you're going to have to pay out a lot more than maybe something like Cross Encounter would, which Cross Encounter is only like $60. So, and Cross Encounter cards will probably be a lot better for you if you're wanting to play competitively. But, you know, I am a view whore, so I like how these look. Anyway, Double Diamond has, let's see what they have in it. It's got 44 commons, 30 uncommons, 26 rares, 11 super rares, and 2 secret rares. I'm going to guess the 2 secret rares are Gabumon and Agumon Bond, but, you know, not quite sure. Anyway, I'm going to push this over to the side and bring out the crane arm everybody loves. Everybody loves this random thing that shows Q on it. Not quite sure why it does show Q, but whatever, fuck it. Got that over there. And since we have these special ones, first I'm going to rip open the Pagumon one. Very Pagos. Oh boy, he's dead. Anyway, it's kind of like the Tokomon X one you can get from X Record. Anyway, Pagumon's like sleeping on top of another Zudumon, and it is a baby. Well, the last pack that we opened was Classic Collection, so we didn't see a single Digi-Egg, so it's going to be nice to finally be seeing children again. Finally, a game system for memes. Perfect for children with no necks, and Pagumon definitely has no neck. Anyway, just as always, eggs don't have abilities, but its inheritable reads, on deletion, reveal a top card of your deck. Add it to your hand if it's a black Digimon card. Otherwise, place it at the bottom of your deck. Kind of reminds me of like other cards that kind of do a top deck look or throw it away thing. Kind of like if you've ever played RS to PK Pokemon, Sableye. Sableye's weird excavate ability, that's kind of the same thing as this. I guess I just akin it to Pokemon because I've been watching Pokemon, like old Pokemon. Not new Pokemon, but like old retro format Pokemon, so I akin it to that. Anyway, let's pull that off. And then we have the 1 year anniversary thing. I'm gonna try and save this one since it's kind of, well, the only one I'll probably have of it. Whew. Nice. How many cards are in here? 1 card. So we could either get something amazing or something dog shit. Not quite sure what we'll get. Alright. Comes out. Yep, that is one of my most perfect saves of a pack. Absolutely no mess up on the front, and barely a mess up on the back. Just kind of had to pull this up, and then this side. So, pretty nice save, I would say. I'm just going to throw that over there. Anyway, let's flip around what card we got. Oh. Well, I guess that ain't bad. You know, out of the ones that I talked about on the pack, I got one that's like, okay, but not the one I want. I'm just so entitled to it. Anyway, for our first anniversary card, we got Mega Gargomon, and its ability says, when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. It doesn't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. Then your turn, while your opponent has a suspended Digimon in play, this Digimon gets security attack +1. And that's not bad, knowing that green is supposed to be suspending Digimon, so you would kind of almost always be able to do security attack +1, and you could do it right out the gate with his first ability, so not bad. Very nice art. It is got that. Does it have the texturing? It's got a little bit of texturing on it. The art is just kind of like seeing how large Mega Gargomon is slash Saint Gargomon. You know, even with my light. Oh, there we go. That's a lot brighter. I guess it's just the angle I'm looking at it from the TV screen, not TV screen, the computer screen that I use to help record. Anyway, that's a nice card. He's kind of weak, but whatever. Anyway, we've got the Double Diamond pack. This is going to be pretty awesome since I've never actually opened Double Diamond. Like, I've opened, like, X Record and Great Awakening and Cross Encounter, like, packs before opening the big booster packs. But this is one of the ones that I've never opened before, along with some of the other ones I had. So, I got to make sure to save this. I've got a ton of times to, you know, try and get it right, but see if I can just get it right the first time. Okay. Nice cut on the back. I like... Oh! These ones are old enough so that they still have the memory counter included in the pack. Whew! Okay, not bad. Not bad. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Okay, okay, okay. Pretty much saved. Anyway. Yep. Pretty much no destruction over here. Maybe a little bit over there, but the entire reason is because I was able to pull it off like that. So, pretty much saved in my book. Anyway, as you can see, they come with memory counters. So, they're nice to have when you don't have any way of keeping memory by yourself, but there's even apps that do it. So, I don't know. Just one of those things. Either way, they come with all of the, what cards can be in here. What's written on here? Let's see. Gabumon Bond and Agumon Bond are not secret rare. They are actually super rare. So, along with, I thought I saw another one. Jessmon's a super rare. So is Dynasmon. So, interesting. I mean, that's nice that they're super rares, which means it's a whole lot easier to get them out of here. So, put that down in there. And let's open up what cards we got from here. And I recognize this card pretty much instantly. We got Bao Huckmon. And he is the, well, as you can see, I've talked about this before. Hackmon's name in America now, or at least in English, is not Hackmon, it's Huckmon. I don't understand that. Hack is literally, like, an English word. So, I don't know why they decided to change it to Huckmon. Literally, I've talked about it before. It's kind of like how Pac-Man changed his name from Puckman to Pac-Man in America. Because, you know, Namco thought all the Americans would call him Fuckman. And that's what I should call him anyway. So, it's kind of the reverse. They didn't think about that one. So, as I always relate to them, they're no longer Bao Huckmon. It's now Bao Fuckmon. Anyway, I like this art because it has Sistermon CL and Sistermon Blanc in the background. I wonder if in the Japanese version this might be Sistermon Noir, but I'm not sure. They could have kept it as like CL in this one anyway. And I think I do have this card before in a in my Jessmon starter deck thing that I got, but it could just be a close look, but not the exact card. Anyway, Bao Fuckmon has no ability, but his inheritable says, when attacking, once per turn, if you have a Digimon with Sistermon in its name in play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 DP or less. That's not bad, since, well, most Jessmon decks are going to be running a bunch of Sistermon in them, so 5,000 isn't bad. I say let it pass. Anyway, what's up next? We got 8mon, looking like a Goku slash Sun Goku. Which, if you don't know about that, I don't know how you even understand anime, but if you've never heard of what inspired Goku, the main character of Dragon Ball, he was inspired by the story Journey to the West, which is about like a monkey person going around trying to like get all of his magic powers back by riding on a cloud and having a big long stick. So 8mon's kind of trying to be like Goku with like kind of like the power pole and then the flying Nimbus, but it's more likely that it's trying to reference Journey to the West. But 8,000 for a champion, not bad, but no ability and no inheritable. Really, you traded off that just to get a higher attack, which isn't bad, I guess. What's up? All right, we got Toy Agumon. It's not actually Toy Agumon. You may think it is, but it's another one of those weird ones where it's like Black Agumon shows up as Agumon in this game. Really, it should be called like either Shadow Toy Agumon or Clear Toy Agumon. I think it's meaning to be Clear Toy Agumon in this. Either way, he's like in a toy store opening a bunch of toys because he like wants to be a toy. If I had like a toy that became like a Clear Toy Agumon, I'd probably like inquisitize it to ask him why there's no Toy Greymon, and then like be pretty cool. I don't hate Toy Agumon, but it's definitely one of those ones where there's potential in it that's just never been like completed. There's potential in the idea. They just never thought it was a good idea. Anyway, Toy Agumon's ability, he has no ability, but his inheritable says, all turns while this Digimon has blocker, it gets plus 1000 DP. Kinda lackluster, but I think the art's pretty cute. Now we got Elecmon, another one of those weird ones, along with Toy Agumon, otherwise known as Clear Toy Agumon. Elecmon's name, at least this Elecmon, is known as Vice Elecmon, because he's, well, purple and yellow, instead of being red and blue, so he's like the virus version. Anyway, his ability is on deletion, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. Looks like what he's doing to Gabumon over there. He's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you with me. Kind of like an explosion. Like, I'll take you with me. A lot of Dragon Ball references here. And fucking Vegeta blowing up Fat Boo. So, I mean, you could take out another rookie, but who's going to be just leaving their rookies on the field? Who's going to be so dumb enough to leave all their rookies on the field and die? All right. We've got Bulkmon, the champion of, or one of the many champions of Pulsemon. Its ability says, your turn, while you have 3 or more security cards, this Digimon gets security attack +1. It's okay, I guess. Having a security attack +1 on a champion is kind of rare. The problem is that 5000 DP isn't going to be helping you all that much. Maybe if you had something like an Anduamon or an Ophanimon, kind of lowering the DP of your security Digimon or of their security Digimon, then that might be a little bit good as like a quick security attack +1. Coming up with the combos here. Even though I'm not good enough at the game to even know any combos, but you know, I always come up with combos in my head because I think that's interesting for you guys to hear. Anyway, we've got MagnaKidmon, who's kind of just, it's a strange kind of look at him. You can look at his armpit, I guess. Anyway, MagnaKidmon's ability says, your turn. This Digimon is also treated as black. I've talked about that before. So I'm guessing maybe BT7 is when they start doing the dual typings. So it's a dual typing without even being a dual typing. Then its ability says, your turn. This Digimon gets plus 2000 DP. Not bad. Really, the ability is more of just a stipulation than it truly is an ability. Oh, it's the beta! But this one's being called Madoki Betamon. But that doesn't look like Madoki Betamon. Madoki Betamon looks like a yellow Betamon. So that might be a little bit of oversight. Maybe he is supposed to be yellow, but he looks more green in this picture than I think. Either way, I guess it's one of those weird ones where you could have just made another Betamon, and it could have just looked like Madoki Betamon, but they started later on actually using the real names of a Digimon, so anyway, Madoki Betamon's ability is all turns your opponent can't gain memory except with tamer effects. Kind of like a floodgate kind of card in a way. Alright, we've got Ornismon, which, if you've never heard of Ornismon, I don't blame you. It's never shown up in any anime to my ability, or at least to my knowledge. Either way, Ornismon is, well, counted as a mega in this, but if you've ever played Digimon Masters, you've probably heard of it before, as it is the burst mode of Phoenixmon. So sometimes it's counted as being above Phoenixmon, sometimes it's counted as being like right next to it in strength. I've always felt that Ornismon looked a lot cooler than Phoenixmon, but probably its ability is not going to be as nice as at least the one from Classic Collection. Anyway, it has security attack +1 without any stipulation. Then on play, delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. On play for 12 to delete an ultimate. I guess it could be useful in some circumstance, but it's gonna be a large cost. There's cards that can do that for much less, like Giga Death, which sends it to the hand, which still delays the ability, so I like the card art, though. It's kind of like flying through town, and there's like a billboard and stuff. I'm guessing this might be like the town from Redigitize, Since it's got like wiring all over, it looks more like a street. So that's kind of my interpretation. All right. We got a Pinamon. I've never really figured out what Pinamon's actual rookie is. Maybe it's meant to be like a rookie or a in training for Falcomon, not Falcomon 2010, but Falcomon like old and survive, because it kind of has the same coloring and it's a bird. So my best guess is that it's meant to be the in training of older Falcomon. Because remember, Falcomon existed before Data Squad. It looked like the color scheme that's in Survive. So interesting little tidbit. But Pinamon, its inheritable, says, when attacking, once per turn, if you attack an opponent's Digimon, trigger draw 1. I mean, that's pretty good. Since most of the time, like, green kind of pairs pretty well with piercing, since you're kind of, like, turning them suspended so you can attack them. So that seems like a pretty good card. I would say that is a pretty cool guy. We got Pukumon, which is the most boring Mega I've ever seen. I actually really don't like Pukumon, because it feels like he's got no actual, like, ultimate. It feels like nothing really relates to him. And he's just a fish with fist. I guess he's cooler than Quillfish. But then again, Quillfish can turn into Overquill. So, anyway, Pukumon's ability says main Digiburst 2. And it just means remove 2 cards from your Digivolution stack. And you can activate your Digimon can't be blocked by your opponent's Digimon this turn. Kind of lackluster, I would say. I don't know why you're going for that ability. Anyway, next up, we've got Rattlestar, which shows Gabumon Bond of Friendship on it. And it's pretty cool, because you can see his like little attack where he puts out his stars to fire at stuff. You really don't see them that long for the movie, since they only really show up at the end, kick Eosmon's ass, and then just leave, and then they both leave at the very end. So it's like, you don't get to see them for long enough, but they are really cool looking Digimon. Anyway, Rattlestar's ability is main, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to your owner's hand. If your owner has 3 or more Digimon in play, return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of its owner's deck instead. Trash all the Digivolution cards of that Digimon. So, if I can interpret this, it's kind of like a better version of Ornismon. Because it's for 5, like memory of 5. You can return it to the hand or even send it to the bottom of the deck. But the first one says level 5 or lower. But the second one kind of confuses me if that's like meant to be for, like, you can target above level 5 now, or does it have to stick to level 5? I don't know. Anyway, its security says activate this card's main effect. It's kind of like a different version of Megadeth or Gigadeath, so could be useful. Anyway, we got Dynasmon. We already got one of the super rares, being one of the Royal Knights, one of the evil Royal Knights, since during Frontiers it kind of helped out Lucemon kind of take over the digital world. I don't know if they were doing that of their own will, but I'm guessing back then they weren't meant to be Royal Knights. They were just meant to be randos. So later on he would become a Royal Knight. But he's still kind of an ambiguous one, since he's kind of evil, but he's still kind of good. Never truly understood what Dynasmon's, like, allegiance was, but I guess that's kind of the trick. Anyway, Dynasmon's ability is when Digivolving, you may trash the top card of your security stack to do that, which is a pretty cool ability. If you can't make that noise, you're going to die. You may reveal the top 6 cards of your deck. Add 2 level 6 or lower Digimon among them from your hand, or to your hand, trash the remaining cards. That's pretty good, a very high range to find a lot of, random Digimon. I guess you can't go to 7, but most decks don't run a level 7 Digimon, outside of maybe, like, Omnimon decks. So, Anyway, its other ability says, all turns, once per turn, when a card is removed from your security stack, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, trigger draw 1. So it's kind of like a regenerating health kind of thing. So I think this is a pretty good card. Very applicable in different scenarios. And if you don't know what Dynasmon's... now I can start ripping these, but if you don't know what Dynasmon's champion or rookie or ultimate is, at least Masters wants to say that it's related to Candlemon. And I've seen that before, that it's kind of been related to Candlemon in some way. but I completely forget its champion or anything else. So it's an interesting link. Anyway, let me remove the random thing because it's the same color as the last one we opened. All right, so we got the villain, good old Eosmon. It's the main villain of Digimon Last Evolution Kizuna, and it's kind of like a kind of watered down version of Diaboromon, as it's a Digimon that likes to replicate itself, but instead of trying to launch a nuke, it wants to kidnap children, just because, well, its tamer is telling it to do that. So it's also artificially created, so just like how Guilmon was kind of made by Takato, this one was made by, I always forget the name of the woman from the movie, Rosalina or something, started with an R, Roselli, not sure. Anyway, Eosmon is very interesting. You can include up to 50 copies of this card with this card's number in your deck. So just like how I said it likes to multiply, it'll do that, along with kind of being related to the D-Reaper in a way, being white, and that its searcher card could be like all over the deck. So it's an interesting thing. Don't know what that little face is down there. I think that might be the entraining level of a Digimon. I forgot its name. Morphomon. And that might be the entraining level of Morphomon, since, well, Morphomon doesn't evolve into Eosmon. It is related to it, since it was the original Tamer's attempt to recreate Morphomon, and then it ended up making Eosmon, so it's pretty much related to it in that way. Anyway, its other ability is, when attacking, you may play one level 5 or lower Eosmon from your hand without paying memory costs, so multiply when attack. Then your turn, this Digimon gets security, or it gets security, yes it does. It gets plus 1000 DP, so I already have a Mega Eosmon that I already took out from one of the packs in an earlier episode, so I guess I could make myself an Eosmon deck. Anyway, throw that over there. We got Strabimon, not the entraining. I guess you could say in training, but Anyway, we got the rookie form of Lobomon, Strabimon, one of the 10 legendary warriors. It's just kind of hanging out in the forest, being edgy. I don't know if that's like its reflection or maybe a reflection of like Flamemon right in the ice, so I'm not sure. Anyway, it has no ability, but its inheritable says, when attacking, once per turn, if this Digimon has hybrid or 10 warriors in its form or type, gain 1 memory. Not bad. Let's throw that over there. Now we got Galiv Memory Boost, or Galiv Memory Boost. Anyway, it's like two Ghostmon are talking about how Bakemon was scared by the drawing of Skullgreymon, maybe? But it kind of looks like Skullgreymon's coming out to fucking murder him, so be careful what you wish for, weirdos. Anyway, its ability says, main, return 1 purple Digimon from your trash to your hand, then place this card in your battle area. Then it has the delay power of all memory boosts. If you don't know what a memory boost does, go back and watch a different episode, because I've said memory boosts like delay ability so many times that I just don't care. You should know what this means by now, or you can just fucking read it. Anyway, its security says place this card in the owner's battle area, so it just becomes the delay afterwards. Not a bad ability. Now we got Parasaurusmon, and it's got no ability. It's got no inheritable, which sucks, and he's kind of just opening his mouth like, oh. So I think he's just confused on why he's even in the card game at this point. So don't worry, Parasaurusmon, I'll send you to your grave, so you don't have to be confused no more. This one looks weird. We got Chirakurimon being the rookie form of Troopmon, if I remember correctly. Either way, it's part of the Bagra army. And it's literally acting like a bed of spikes for Edamon to fall into. I can see him right there. He's going to fall into there, and, well, goodbye to the family jewels. Anyway, Securimon's ability is Security at the end of battle. Trigger D-Digivolve 1 on one of your opponent's Digimon. This is almost entirely worthless, since I've just found that D-Digivolving is just not a good ability, at least in this game. So, interesting and funny card, but just not worth the putting him in there just so he becomes a security thing. And we got ourselves another Shoutmon. This one is before the whole, cross-heart trait thing happened. So instead of being part of cross-heart, he's called a mini dragon. So yeah, you're not going to be able to target him with your, cross-heart cards, but you still might be able to use him in, using the Digicross system, because he has the same name. So Anyway, Shoutmon has no ability, but his inheritable says, when attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has Blitz, trigger draw one. So, not bad, drawing one every time you attack. And then Blitz is already a pretty good ability, so I'd say it's pretty nice. We got Mistymon. This might actually be the ultimate level of Dynasmon, if I remember correctly. That might actually, I might be able to, one second. I talked about this on my last few episodes of opening Digimon cards. I had to run to the different room. But I talked about how I have access to a lot of older Digimon cards from like when I was a kid. And one of the older set from like 2003, they have very specific Digivolution requirements. So I think I have a Mistymon card. Let's see. Yeah, I do have that, but where's the Mistymon card? There it is. Okay. Let me see if I can get it out of there. These older, like, binders never had the whole rings on them. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'll show it off to you guys then. This one literally makes no sense, but, you know. Anyway, I'm going to show you off the 2003 Digimon Collectible Card Game cards. These were their backs. They looked very interesting in my opinion, but they are definitely part of an old era. Anyway, here's an older Mistymon card. And these are what the cards from the collectible card game look like. And at the very bottom, it kind of shows what they can evolve from. So you required a MagnaKidmon to become Mistymon. So after that, we don't have Dynasmon, we've got Dunosmon. Yeah, it's Dunusmon. There's no Y and no A, so weird name for him. But if you look at the very bottom, it shows Sylphimon and Mistymon. I believe that Mistymon is his like main degeneration. So I thought I'd just show that off since, you know, I have the cards for that. I also have like a card for all of the Royal Knights in this like set. So it's really awesome to say that I have these. But they are very, very strange cards. I've even got an Alphamon one and an Omnimon one. Let me see what else I got while I'm just gone. Gallantmon, Ulforce Beedramon, Lord Nightmon, Magnamon. So, some very cool cards. But they're definitely against my time. They were 2003, didn't last all that long, and well, barely anybody remembers them because the new card game is here and a whole lot more fun to play. So I would really love to do a video of just unboxing like cards of that, but they're even more expensive than these ones. Like even for a pack of the base set, like a booster box is like $100. So it's like for cards I'm not really going to use, I don't really care. Anyway, after that little rant, we've got Mistymon kind of just using a fire sword, ready to fuck us up. And it has no ability, which is pretty bad, but its inheritable says, your turn once per turn. When a card is removed from your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 2000 DP for the turn. So it kind of synergizes with Dynasmon by kind of refueling your health from already taking damage, so then you could get something out of it. So, pretty good card, I would say. We've got a Sunomon, a purple Sunomon, hanging out with Punimon in a cave, I guess protecting it from the moon, because the moon is scary. Anyway, its inheritable says, your turn once per turn. When you trash a card from your hand using one of your effects, trigger draw one. That's pretty good since purple will be doing that most of the time. Alright, we got Savior Fuckmon. Very cool looking card. I like how he's like got that like blue. I like how he's blue. I agree, I agree. Anyway, its ability says, when digivolving, you may play one card with Sistermon in its name from your hand without paying memory cost. That's pretty good just to play out a Sistermon, because all of those abilities are on play and help out the Jesmon archetype. Then the inheritable says, when attacking once per turn, if you have a Digimon with Sistermon in its name in play, unsuspend this Digimon. So, turning Jesmon into like a double attacker. Pretty good. Alright, we got Toropiamon, the evolution of Parasaurusmon, and he looks just as angry at us, but instead he's actually got an inheritable, so no ability, sadly. He's only a 6000 ultimate, but his inheritable says, when attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon with 5000 DP or less. So, I guess it could synergize a little bit with Mega Gargomon, but not to the point I would say it's very useful. Underworld's Call, which shows Titanmon, the not really new as maybe like Digimon World redigitized Decode, but it's the mega form of Ogremon, since Ogremon never really got a mega, but Titanmon looks really fucking awesome. Anyway, Underworld's Call's ability is when you trash this card from your hand using one of your effects, trigger draw one. So you can draw one by throwing this away, but its actual effect says main, you may play one purple level 4 or lower Digimon card from the trash without paying memory costs. So could be useful. Then security is just activate the main effect. So you can either draw if you don't have anything in your like graveyard and want to like throw this away to try and draw a new card, or you could just summon something out of the grave, which could be pretty useful. Anyway, we got Fuckmon himself. Anyway, we've got Genkomon in the background, as you can see, with his like little apparition behind him. So you can see him very faintly, but Fuckmon's ability is on play, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, add up to 2 Digimon cards with Fuckmon, Jessmon, or Sistermon in their names among them to your hand. Place the remaining at the bottom of the deck in any order, which is pretty good. I would not pass that one up, but I wish he had a little bit more DP. Anyway, we got through 2 packs, and I even got to show you guys some interesting cards. I got to show you Pokemon cards. I even got to show you some older Digimon cards. So that was pretty interesting. Either way, next time on opening Digimon cards, we're going to be going in even further and hoping to get the Bond of Whatever cards. So I'll see you guys next time.